Hey guys, what's up? It's Samantha, and today I'm going to be doing the fourth part of my 2019-2020 planner flip through. If you haven't seen the other parts of this series, I will have links to the first 3 videos down in the description below, as well as links to all of the shops that I use in my planner. But if you have specific questions about where a sticker or a kit is from, please feel free to ask me in the comments and I will do my best to point you in the right direction. But without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and jump into this. I'm going to be honest, pretty much nothing happened any of these weeks. There wasn't much memorable content, but I really love a lot of the kits that I got to use during this time period, so I'm excited to flip through them. I was at home and not working for all 3 of these months, so very much just me playing Animal Crossing, me reading, me cleaning, me having an existential crisis, that sort of quality content. So just not a whole lot to talk about, which is a big part of why I started doing my what I read in a week as my voiceover instead of what happened, just because there wasn't much to talk about. Like I said, I love the aesthetics of a lot of these spreads, just some really cute stuff. So this was a Scribble Prints Co. subscription kit, and I pulled in hollow and sparkly hollow mixed metal foil. I can't remember if the mixed metal stuff came with this kit or a different one, and then I pulled in some hollow and sparkly hollow I had in my own collection already, and I really love how this turned out. I love the tall girl so much I did that with my checklist so that I had room for everything in my sidebar. I really love how this turned out. It was probably one of my favorite spreads that I've done. I have a lot of spreads in here that I just really love. I think probably because I had time to just sit and plan because nothing was going on. And then this was the week of Easter, and I pulled in gold foil and also this robin's egg blue kind of foil from Scribble Prints Co. that is very pretty. Obviously this was the week of Easter and I had a lot of anxiety because I screwed up filling out my unemployment, and it did take a couple weeks to get it resolved. I did eventually get it resolved, but I was just very stressed out about it. And obviously we just did Zoom calls with family all day to get to spend time with them since we weren't seeing people in person. And I really love this Simply Gilded washi that I was able to pull in. I think it was from a subscription box, and it just matched this kit so perfectly in terms of the colors that were in there. So I used it in a few different places, and I really like how that turned out. Lots of gold foil, lots of blue foil, just all around good time. And then this was the first of many stay-at-home, relax type kits that I used. I feel like a lot of shops came out with a lot of kits to this effect very quickly, which was appropriate. And I pulled in the lavender hollow with this, and I really just love how this turned out. I love lavender hollow. It's so pretty. And I really like how this turned out. It did snow in April. It also snowed in May. It was very strange weather. Just very weird. And I didn't do anything else this week. Just, you know, the same old stuff that I did every week that I was home. But I do really like how this turned out. And I like that I pulled in that blue washi down there. Does it really make sense to use Constellation washi with this kit? No, but the colors worked and I really like how it turned out. And then I love this kit too. Just so many kits back to back that I love. I feel like every time I turn the page, I'm just like, oh, I really liked this one too. Again, same content. Nothing really happening here. I did finally get unemployment fixed, and we got Mexican takeout and margs on this day to celebrate that I was finally gonna get my unemployment stuff. So that was really nice. And Y'all West was this weekend, and they did it all online, which was nice. So I was able to attend and watch a bunch of webinars. I set up my laptop at my planning desk and planned and colored and just chilled out while I listened to webinars, which was ideal. I don't really like sitting in large groups of people, so I actually preferred that format. And then for this week, I used this really pretty bookish kit from Scribble Prints Co. And I pulled in a ton of foil from a Rose Colored Days subscription box that's all very April showers, bring May flowers type of foil, and I wanted to use that for my split April and May week. So does it really match the content of the kit? Not necessarily, but I was kind of feeling lazy about foil, so I just grabbed the rolls from my drawer and used them instead of going through my foil binder. And it worked. It's cute. I'm glad I actually got some use out of that subscription kit, because I feel like sometimes I forget about my overlays. I have a few drawers of them and I always forget to reach for them. So I'm glad I did get to use this very springy themed stuff this week. I do really love this bottom washi overlay. I feel like I forgot about bottom washi overlay tapes because I split my bottom washi so often now, but I have all of these full-sized bottom washi overlay tapes that are very pretty. I should use them more often. This was also probably the highlight of my 2020 because a bunny hopped up to me and just sat in front of me and wiggled his nose at me for a few minutes, and I was in a terrible mood, and then the bunny just came up and just sat with me, and it made me so happy. It was one of the highlights, has to be one of the happiest moments of 2020 for me. So, you know, a little bright spot in a sea of monotony of me not leaving my house. So, and then this was the week of Cinco de Mayo, and I used this really fun kit from Scribble Prints Co. and pulled in the same sparkly lime green foil that I used on St. Patrick's Day, and then I also pulled in gold, and I really just like how this turned out. It was a good time. We ordered from our local Mexican restaurant on Monday since we knew it would be really crazy on Tuesday. And nothing else really going on at all because that was what every week was like. And then I ended up using a Disney kit this week because I had bought a bunch of Disney kits. Joe and I had planned on going to Disney World this year. Clearly that is not happening anymore. So I just decided to use them as fun kits just to cheer me up in the middle of all of this. And I pulled in this really beautiful sparkly hot pink foil and then also some regular hollow. So I have the I'm done adulting, let's go to Disney there, because that was basically where my brain was at this week. I was just done with everything. So I pulled in a lot of Disney character stickers. This was the week a skunk sprayed our house and it smelled terrible. It woke us up in the middle of the night, and Joe and I were both up for hours because the whole house, like, it smelled so bad. I just was Febrezing the house. It obviously went away, but for a day it was just awful. The skunk must have sprayed directly outside of our house. But yeah, nothing else of note this week. Just lots of fun sparkly foil and some Disney character goodness. Then for this week, I decided to mix it up. I had these full boxes and the heart checklists from a grab bag from Scribble Prints Co. And this was the SBC party I didn't go to. So I never got this kit and I decided just to use the full boxes. I pulled in the silver and marble wiggle from Scribble Prints Co. as well as the silver header tapes from Rose Color Days. And then I kept this very, very white space. I feel like I like the second half of this more than the first half. I was trying to figure out my vibe, I guess, or how I was going to do this. And I feel like I hit my stride over here. This is when I started using some lowercase letters, and I actually really like how it looks, mixing in lowercase, uppercase, script, some different stuff, you know, evolving a little bit as a planner. And I really like the Simply Gilded washi that I pulled in here. Lots of Clever Gal Crafts hearts and Magic Prints Co. silver foil. Lots and lots of goodness going on in here. I love silver foil. It's my favorite. I've talked about that before, but maybe that's an unpopular planner opinion, but silver foil is probably my favorite. It's just so shiny. It always is just shiny, and silver matches from all of the shops, which is nice. It's hard to match foil from different shops, but silver always matches. So then for this last week in May, I used this Finding Nemo inspired kit, and again, there's orange in it. I must just really like orange because I always really like how kits turn out when they have pops of orange in them. I really, really liked how this turned out with the sparkly blue foil. This week, Joe did take off on vacation, so we were just chilling out at home. This was when a lot of the stuff with the Black Lives Matter movement really took off with George Floyd's murder. And this weekend, I spent a lot of time curating books by Black authors to share on Instagram, since that is something that I already do as part of my job, and because it's something I think is really important, and I wanted to put that out there, share what I know with you guys, and also just because I feel like that's work that I'm equipped to do, and I've really enjoyed sharing those titles with you and continuing to curate those lists. I am continually adding to them. I have 2 different saved story things on my Instagram that have YA books by Black authors, including lots of upcoming titles for 2021, and then as covers are being released, I'm adding the covers to those stories as well. So I plan on continuing to update those indefinitely, because having diverse voices in literature is just so critically important. It's something that has been very critically important to me professionally since I started being a librarian, and I want to share that with you guys as well. So that was most of the weekend, was just me continuing to curate those lists of books by Black voices. And then moving into June, I really love how this kit turned out in this hollow foil. Just everything about the aesthetic of this, even though I hate amusement parks. I can't stand rides. They make me so sick. I can do Disney World kind of rides. Like, I actually really like It's a Small World. I don't know if that's unpopular or not. I just can't do fast moving rides. I get so motion sick. The teacups, Alice in Wonderland teacups, if I can't spin super fast, otherwise I just want to projectile vomit. But I really love all of the aesthetics of this. It's just so pretty. Again, not much going on this week. Just staying at home. I continued to curate more books throughout this week, and I think this weekend was when I went through and was looking for upcoming books, 2021 titles that didn't have covers, and I was going through all of the different resources I use to hear about books that are upcoming, forthcoming, and then going through Goodreads and trying to find as many as I could to add to that list. So that was my project this weekend, and like I said, I have all of that still posted up on my Instagram in the saved stories. And then I finally got to use this mermaid kit from Scribble Prints Co. that I had planned on using last summer, but then I didn't memory keep from July to December, so I had a bunch of summer kits that I never got to use. I pulled in this beautiful Simply Gilded washi on the bottom and tons of hollow foil, and I just really like how this turned out. I love this mermaid girl with the blue hair. I love all of it. I love the colors. It just made me so happy to finally get to use this, because this was one of my favorite kits that got released last year, and then I never got to use it. So finally, I got to use it, and I think I saved all the scraps of this because I have enough to do another spread with it. I bought both glitter header options that came with this. There was this one, and then one that was a faux hollow looking glitter, I believe. I don't know. I have a lot of scraps with this because there were different boxes and fashion girls and things, and I bought all of the stuff that went with this, so that'll be a good time to get to reuse this for a memory keeping spread or something. And then I used this Tarzan inspired kit from Scribble Prints Co. I really love how this turned out with the hot gold foil. It was a good time. I think Joe might have been off this week again, either this week or next week. I can't remember. It all blended together. But I love the bright and bold colors in this, and I pulled in this hot gold, so I used a bunch of stuff from Rose Colored Days, and this bottom washi overlay from Girl Boss Anna works perfectly. The vines over that bottom washi, it's a match made in heaven. And tons of gold icons throughout from Clever Gal Crafts and Magic Prints Co. and Mandy Plan's Heart Arrow. Just a good time. This was the week of Father's Day too, so I like this background pattern so much I used the date covers. I really loved this kit. The art in this, just some of my favorite. And then this is the final week in this planner, and I really love how the spread turned out. Lots of awesome silver foil. Maybe this was the week Joe was on vacation. I really just can't remember at all, but I'm thinking because Joe was home during the day on some of these, that might have been it. Who knows? But this was the week I finished Peace Talks and Battleground, and I cried basically this entire weekend. I was such an emotional disaster, and Joe hasn't read the books and he's not going to, so I was trying to explain to him why I was so upset, and he was trying to comfort me over fictional characters, and he was like, I don't really understand what's going on, but I'll listen to you. And I'm thank you, because I can't talk about it with anyone because it's not coming out till the end of September. So, you know, just me having a casual emotional breakdown over fictional people, as one does. But I really, really love the silver foil in this. I'm just always so happy with silver foil. When it turns out, you know? It's so shiny. Alright guys, so that is everything for my fourth quarter flip through. Like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, if you haven't checked out the other parts of my planner flip through, I will have the links to those videos in the description down below. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will talk to you in my next one. Bye guys!